Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking onto this video. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe kindly. Okay, thank you. So what even prompted this video? This guy, this was actually this year. I won't even lie to you, the time frame, I cannot even try to twist the time frame for it to make sense. But anyway, child, it was in the beginning of the year. One of my friends actually asked me, how many relationships have you been this year? She knows, but she was asking me. I was like, you should be asking how many successful relationships I've been in. Guys, please, I'm a changed woman. Trust me, I am. But I've been in these streets long enough to tell you, men are trash. Trash. Okay, not all. I hear not all, but I'm joking. Not all men are trash. Okay? Kindly. So I met this guy at now this information is tricky because it ties to, anyway, let me try to distinguish as much as I can. For the people, for the parties involved, prices, some of the parties we are friends, some of the parties, you know what, no need of explaining. So I met this guy at a golf club. I had gone there with my friends and family. So I was there, and remember, my family left me, or I was like, guys, I want to stay, like, I'm here with my friends, can't I have fun? We had. So we were taking shots, we were having drinks, and this guy came up to me. Literally, he came up to me and was like, hi, can I talk to you? So the first thing is, the way he came to me, I thought it's something like he wants to ask about something. It didn't seem like he was catering me, because he came there, you know, there's a way someone can approach you and you're like, okay, this is not a flirty approach, it's the approach of, you know. So he came and I was like, no, because of the drinks, guys, when I'm tipsy, I'm usually, let me not even insult myself, but trust me, my senses gone. So this guy told you guys I live near the road. So this guy came to me and said, can I talk to you? And my friends are like, yeah, talk to her. You know, guys, my friends like making fun of me because of my singlehood. And when I'm in a relationship, they're still making fun of me. Of course, in a good way, but I'm not happy. I'm not happy being single. But I'm okay. So this guy comes and I wake up. And actually, he holds my hand. I wake up and I follow him. And we go outside. Like, the golf club has different places. There's a place people are playing golf. There's a place for swimming. Different, it's like sections. You literally have to walk a distance to get into different sections because it's a very big place. So as we were seated in the, it's not club, it's not a club, because the music, it's not a club, but it's a place people go chill and get drinks, soft music and those kind of shenanigans. So I follow him and we step outside and I'm like, okay, now I'm there, I'm trying to listen to what he's saying. Then he tells me, you're so beautiful, what's your name? I tell him my name is Bella. What about you? What's your name? He's like, I almost said his name. Let's call him Lucas. He's like, my name is Lucas. And I look at him, I'm like, your age. Anyway, you find love everywhere. Not everywhere, anywhere. You can find love anywhere. Never limit yourself and never allow society to tell you, I don't know what. If you find love, please go with it. Go with it. Some of us are still trying to find love. So I talked to him and I'm like, okay, yeah, how old are you? That's the fact. You know, when you're drunk, trust me, you're usually very brief and honest. So I asked him, how old are you? Then he's like, oh, my age, it doesn't matter, but I'm old enough to take care of you. So at this point, I'm like, you're ambushing me. Why don't you come and join me and my friends? And he's like, no, I can't come there. You see, your friends are not even in my age group. And I was like, okay, don't be that diminishing. Some of my friends, because we were like 6, 2 chicks and 4 dudes. But one of the guys had come with another chick. So we were like 3 chicks, 4 dudes. And 3 of the dudes were my friend. And one of the dude was a friend to one of my dude friends. And the dude friends we had, they are not young. They are not that young. Trust me, they are in corporate jobs. Like, me and my friends were the youngest, let me just say that. So I was like, no, don't worry, imagine they're accommodating, plus, you know, you can talk business with my friends. I was there gallivanting about also my friend's achievement, because, okay, when a guy tells me I can take care of you, I can take it. It depends with the context, because for me sometimes I usually feel it's an insult. Like, do I look like I cannot take care of myself, or what are you trying to say? On the other side, sometimes I'm like, okay, I don't mind. So at that point, I didn't even care much. I was like, you know what? Come join us. He came. He sat there, guys. You know, in that place, I had my, oh my god, my father will kill me. Anyway, it's too late. Dad, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but it is in the past. It's in the past. Forget about it, sir. Please. So I had my dad's card. In that place, you cannot go without a membership card. So I had my dad's card. Then I told him, instead of you paying with your card, why don't you fill points here? Okay, my dad, no, you know, I was not even understanding what I'm doing, because let me tell you, by the end of the night, okay, I'll explain to you. Even my dad knows. Okay, he doesn't know this part of the story, but I'll tell you the kind of problems I had with my dad after that night. So I had my dad's card, and I was telling him, you know what, just transfer points here, then us will buy drinks in case even at some point you want to go, because guys, I think I've already shared this story time. Actually, I shot it on Saturday. I'll upload it this week, then you'll watch this video. It's about a guy who left us to pay a bill after taking us out. So I got sharp, ne? Then I was like, okay, you know what, just put the points in my dad's card, then you can, you know, we can see how the night ends. So he does that. He actually puts the points. You have to put the points using an M-Pesa pay bill, then the points will come. It depends the amount of money. Like 1,000 is 1 point, so you can imagine how many points we need. Plus, I didn't want to use my dad's points because he monitors this. He monitors the use, how the card is being used, because on his cell phone he will get the messages. He will see this amount of money was used. He won't know what it was used for, but he can see this amount of money was used at this time. So it's like, to be on the safe side, you buy me points so that, you know, fine. So after buying me the points, he was like, man, I really like you. Can you even sit aside from your friends and have a deeper conversation? And you know, that time I'm late. I'm like, there's no deeper conversation, sir. Ha. Then he was like, can I get your number? Then I was like, yeah, that's my number. We kept on talking with my friends. He was silent. He was on his phone. He didn't even, like, he's antisocial. I came to realize later he's antisocial. By the way, he doesn't thrive in social surroundings. Kinda like me, but me, I'm at a better place. Him, antisocial, capital letters. So he takes my number. Then he continues using his phone. So all of a sudden, I see some messages coming through my phone, and I'm like, who will be texting me right now? Because now, you know, I have to stay alert because of my parents. My parents, anytime they know I'm out, they don't give me peace. They are like calling after every 30 minutes, calling after 1 hour, texting me. In fact, my mom is the one. If I don't pick up phone calls, text after text. What am I even saying? Text. So I'm like, okay, let me see. Maybe important. I open. I don't know, whatever code. Confirmed. Let me tell you guys that, let me just shorten this part and just tell you, I got into this man. I liked him, and we ended up going to his place. But it wasn't that obvious, or actually I didn't, it was not planned. Trust me, alcohol, that's why I stopped drinking, guys. Alcohol is not a good, my other phone is ringing, and I know it is a guy. Should I pick? No, you guys are more important. So after sending the money, he sent a huge amount of money, guys. Huge. In fact, for a moment my M-Pesa was like, Bella, wash. So at that point I'm like, yes, now this is what I like. Money is my love language. Any day, anytime. But it's not even the priority in relationships. Trust me, I'll share more another time. So I smiled at this guy, and I was even now turned to talk to him. I was like, you know, these friends, they can stay. You know what? You guys can sort yourself out. So, you know, him offering to buy us drinks, the other guys had refused. They were like, us will continue buying our drinks. We'll still buy the ladies' drinks. If you want to buy them drinks, it's okay. But the flow will continue the way it was. But for me, I was like, hey, you add points, you know, like, to be secure, to enjoy myself. And I look at him and I'm like, okay, what are you saying? Yeah, my name is Bella. Yeah, I'm studying. I also have a YouTube channel. I also have a boutique, an online boutique. What do you do? Ha, guys. Conversations. I ended up knowing where he lives. He knew where I live. My home, literally home. He knew where I live. We even realized we have mutual friends, like kinda. Now I know. Anyway, if you're watching this story into the, whatever. So I realized, we realized that we have mutual friends, especially in the golf club, nini nini. Then I was like, okay, you know what, I'm safe with this guy. And then my friends were like, actually we kinda know him, especially the dudes, because three of them play golf in that club. They were like, yeah, we actually know him, but he's in another age group. Literally, guys, let me not even lie, he was 40. He was 40. Wanna judge me? It's okay. It's okay, but I'm a changed woman. Anyway, so he tells me, where do you want us to go from here? And I was like, yeah, we can go. I can't give the name of the lounge. Is it a lounge or a club? I don't even remember. I told him, not that place, they don't offer shisha. So I told him I want a place we can go and have shisha. And he was like, fine, do what? Wake up and let's go. And my friends were like, you know what? Pin your location right now. This guy has to give us his number. We have to know. And that time we had already talked. We had kind of bonded because he shared about him having a baby mama. They were never married. They were never married, but they have 2 sons. Then I was like, yeah, you know what? It's okay. Even with your age, I don't even see a ring on your finger. It's safe. You know what, guys? Bye. Enough of you. Then my friends were kind of pissed. They were like, Bella, why are you going? And I was like, don't worry, we will be back. But then in my mind, I thought we will come back. Forgetting, I am already drunk. Let me tell you, this is me. This is tipsy. This is drunk. The moment I've passed tipsy and drunk, I'm going to the blackout session. Anyway, did I care? I didn't. So I followed him. We went to another lounge. It was actually near the place. It is not far. It was just within the locality. We went, we had shisha. Nini, he bought me more shots. We were taking shots. And even him, he was taking. Man, that guy is a tanker. Me personally, I'm a lightweight. But him, tanker. So we drink and everything. Guys, let me just sum it up by just saying it ended up in a one-night stand. Trust me, I didn't want. Or I wanted. Anyway, I woke up in the morning at his place, which ticked the point that he's not married, he's not living with his baby mama, he's not living with their sons. Like, the guy didn't lie, but then he didn't lie about that. He didn't. So I woke up at his place. He was sleeping. First of all, I woke up with a bad hangover. Guys, I was vomiting, my head was spinning, my body was weak, I was dehydrated. Like, I just wanted water to just keep flowing. I don't know what can help in that, but I want water flowing in my mouth, which actually I guess whether a friend of mine has ever landed in the hospital and had to be given or to get, what is that called thing, drip alcohol. Please stop drinking. If you know you cannot handle your liquor, just leave it. Come kuja ukae na sisi wale tunakunywa maji siku hizi, coffee, cocoa, come join us. Yeah, alcohol kama si yako achana nayo. So I wake up. See, I'm hungover. I'm trying to deal with my hangover, and I'm silently walking around his house because the house is big. I can't even see which side is which side, but there are some lights that were on the sitting room, the dining room, and I think the guest bathroom, because it was like it was a 2-bedroom. So I was like, okay, you know what, let me just find my way around. I just need water, a sink, throw up, take an Uber and run away, because I woke up around 5:30 a.m. Thank God. Guys, now it's time to look for my handbag and my phone. Guess what? They were in his car. Now this running around was not to help me. Now I had to go and wake him up so that I can just be like, I need my phone, I need my bag, I need to go somewhere today, I can't get a lot. I was there, and he was like, come on, why do you want to leave me? Didn't you have a good night? Am I a bad person? And I told him, listen, this is not about you. This is about the fact my parents are going to kill me. Because guys, I was not supposed to spend the night out. It doesn't matter what happens or what doesn't happen. My parents have always said, you must sleep in this house. Otherwise, you go find your own house. We go to the parking. He opens his car, he gives me my phone and my handbag, and he tells me, do you want me to drop you home or do you want me to pay for you an Uber? Which is which? I told him, you know what, let me take the Uber. Let me take the Uber because I don't understand how you'll drop me at my parents' house. What will I say? Who will I say you are? At 6? At 6? You are joking. You are joking, my friend. Joking. So he hugs me, kisses me goodbye. But the guy is a good looking guy, trust me. For his age, he's very good looking and well built. I came to even to realize later he goes to the gym. So I take an Uber. That time I'm even asking, where exactly are we? I'd even forgotten where he told me he lives. I'm like, what is the name of this place? What is the name of this place? So I go to the Uber, dial in, take a cab and go home. So getting home, I'm sneaking in. I got home around 6:30, 7ish. By 7 I was already in my bedroom. So I get home. Throughout the journey from his house to home, guys, I was checking my mom's messages, checking my mom's missed call. My dad is the one who didn't call. One thing about my dad, when he's silent, when my father is silent, you better start praying. Please pray. So I checked my mom. She had sent me messages. Some were like, you know what, you keep letting me down, nini. And then also my cousin, I think my mom had also called the friends we were with, and also my cousin was the one who was sent to pick me up. I think around 2 a.m. because my cousin was at our home. My mom had sent her to go to the golf club and come and go pick me up, you know, using now my mom's card because I had my dad's card. Also I thought, guys. So I get home, I've snacked into my bedroom. I am there, I'm telling you, the hangover. You know, at that point I know I'm already fucked, but what can I do? Man, I'm too hungover to even care. Guys, I'm literally fighting for my life. Now I fight for my life, then also deal with you guys. You think my parents cared? By 8 a.m. they came knocking to my bedroom. Apparently they even knew I'd snacked in because they even they left the kitchen. We have like 2 gates. The kitchen gate, oh my, you know what, they left the back door open because they just knew I'll show up. At some point I have to show up. I have to show up. So I get into the house, I go to my bedroom. I ensure they left the kitchen after taking, like, we have like 2-liter jugs in our house. So I put water in one of the jugs. Is it jugs? Not jugs. You see those water bottles that are literally big. So I put water in the water bottle, went upstairs, went to my bedroom, locked my room, and kept drinking water as I slept. Because guys, remember, I'm sort of even drunk. I wasn't fully sober. 8 a.m. my mom came knocking at my door. And she was like, Mwende, ebu kuja, tunataka kuongea na wewe. Woo. So we went downstairs. I found my dad already waiting for me. My mom was there and here I was. So it was like a whole lecture. And guys, I accept I was wrong. I won't even try to defend myself. But also this guy, I was actually low-key pissed at him because I remember even before the drink started kicking in properly, I told him I have to sleep at home. Please ensure I get home. But did he care? Did he listen? Anyway, I got lectured and there's one thing my dad asked for, his card. He asked for his card. At that juncture, I'm not sure if I have it or not. Then I told him, okay, daddy, let me go get it for you. I'm going to my handbag and the card is missing. What will I say? Guys, what will I say? Anyway, it's all my fault anyway. So I go back downstairs after texting the guy though, because I found he had also called me. I think he had called me twice, but I didn't see guys, my phone was the last thing in my mind. So I texted him, I asked him, do you have my dad's card? And he told me, yes, you actually left it in the car still. I found it in the morning when you had already left. So I'm like, okay, now what do we do? Because he's asking for it right now as we are speaking. He told me, do this, just go tell him you cannot find it, but you look for it properly. So I'm like, okay, I know that lie won't work with my dad. Trust me, my dad is too smart for such kind of cheap lies. So I went downstairs. I'm shaking that day because I'm like, now this is another bullet I've added into their gun. They will shoot me with this bullet. So I go back downstairs and then I tell my dad, okay, I can't find the card, but don't worry, I'll look for it, okay? Just let me rest. I'm tired. but I promise I will never do this again. I'm a changed girl. I will never disappoint you like this, daddy. I spoke my mind, and luckily it was on a that day I was going back. It was on a Sunday, so my dad on Sunday is usually up with other businesses. My mom is usually also in up businesses. So I go back to my room and I'm like, listen, I need you to drop that card as soon as today. Before my dad comes back to the house, he needs to find that card, because past year I don't know what explanation I'll give him. Okay? Because already, no, the previous night already my mom alikuwa choma. She had already called the friends we are with. So everybody was like, Bella, why do you keep on doing this? And I'm like, guys, I don't know. I just around 2 p.m. the guy, actually I didn't know what time he's supposed to come. He just told me, I promise you I will show up sooner than you expect with your dad's card. I don't want to get into trouble. And I was like, please do, because right now I'm operating at 0.00 excuses. Okay, so around 2 p.m. we were alone still in the house. I think my sister was around. Yeah, my sister was she? No, my sister was not around. That was the time they were still in school. It's the house help who was around. So I was like, you know what, hata akikuja house help anichome, mi sina shida, as long as your card defike, because that card can make me get killed. Chana. Anyway, so the guy pulled up at my parents' house around 2 p.m. and I was like, wow, you know what, God, thank you. All I want right now is that card, and I'm blocking this guy because this guy is bad luck. Then I go to, it doesn't ring the bell. He calls me, tells me he didn't park literally at our gate. He parked like 4 gates. Let's assume let's assume my parents' house gate is here. So 1, 2, 3 there, like before, because our estate is full of courts. So after every court there's a gate. So he entered the gate and parked there. So he told me, I'm already at your court gate, at your court, whatever, at the gate of your court, please come and pick up the card. And I told him, fine, I'm coming, thank you. I even texted him that thank you, because of how serious the situation was to affect me. So I go to the car, and he's like, so I go to the driver's side. I'm like, I just want to get the card, I go. So I go to the driver's side, and he's like, come on, come in and talk to me. Can't you even give me a hug? And that time, guys, I was just like, I don't even, man, listen, everything here was a mistake. Let's accept it was a mistake. Just give me the card. Because you know what, I've even been grounded. If you don't know, I can't even leave home for the next 2 weeks without a serious, good, profitable, heavenly reason. So the guy is like, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'm coming. So going the other side, he's like, check what is behind. I've bought you something. Guys, do you know those were the first flowers I got this year? Those were the first flowers I got this year. Imagine. He had flowers. He had another gift wrapper. He had two chocolate bars, the Cadbury ones that are white, the ones that are Cadbury milk something, but one of them was cookies, nuts and milk, whatever, biscuits, whatever. So I was like, at that point I'm even smiling. Now I've even forgotten my problems. And I'm like, no, I tell him, okay, where is the card? Then he like, here it is. You almost lost it, but I kept, actually it fell. He told me it fell when we were at the lounge and I was smoking shisha, but I was too drunk for him even to trust me to give it back to me. So everything mine, we left it in his car, even when we were going to his apartment. So I'm like, oh, thank you. Oh, imagine, thank you. He's like, yeah, I really want to see you again. And I'm like, who? Okay, with the gifts, you've given me energy to see you again. So okay, we kissed. Don't judge me. Don't judge me, please. Please, don't judge me. So we kissed. I gave him a hug, and then he was like, you know what? I want to see you this week. Please create time for me, okay? I'll also create time for you. Anytime, even if I'm at the office, please just call me, wherever, and then we hook up. And I'm like, oh, guys. And then you remember he sent me money. So I was like, this guy is a good guy. You know what? This guy is a keeper. I'll give him a chance. So I go back to the house. Actually, the house help didn't even know I had left, or one time I then come back, because it was not, I didn't stay for long. I was like with him like for 15 minutes. So I came back to the house. That time I am telling my God, thank you, this card is here because Pause. Losing that card actually is a fine. You get a fine. Anyway, let's put that issue aside. So when my dad came back, I gave him the card. I even apologized to him. I was like, that's how our relationship started with Mr. Lucas. Mr. Lucas was, let me tell you guys, he's a good man, but he has like insecure attachment style, because actually anxious insecure attachment style, which I kind of have personally. I have a like anxious and avoidant insecure attachment style. So Mr. Lucas had an anxious insecure attachment style. So me literally, he used to feel bad if I don't pick up his call. He would feel bad if I don't respond his messages on time, because he'll be like, what are you doing? I'm here trying to talk to you. And I'm like, I'm here, babe, come on. But I was not seeing anybody else at that time. Anyway, things will change. As we progress, things will change. They always do. So the guy, anytime I needed anything, even if I would just sit down and randomly say, oh, I need a handbag, I'll literally tell him, hi babe, I need this and this, and he will literally spoil me and send me the money. It's like, how much is the bag? Pap, he sends the money. And you know, for me, I found it so sweet, because I've met guys who are able to spoil me, but they don't spoil me because they're like, from the background you come from, you don't need to be spoiled. And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Anyway, so the guy was so nice, guys. Let me tell you, we were cruising nicely with that guy. We would meet as regular as I would literally make excuses of leaving home, guys. I would lie to my parents. I would lie. I would literally look for any reason. I'd be like, oh, I need to get this document, date, and then I will go the whole day and come back in the evening. Okay, my parents are watching this. Oh, fast forward to like 2 months. But then my relationships have never passed 2 months. I'm starting to realize, if you guys have also noticed. But it's okay, I'm not sad. It's okay. I mean, if you go to a school, your course has to come to an end, you graduate, you get it. So one fine Friday, I remember he begged me. He was like, babe, I literally want to see you. I literally want to take you out right now. Please make an excuse and come see me. Then I was like, you know what, no problems. So I remember I like to at this point, if my parents are watching this is a movie I'm explaining. It's not real life story. It's not. Please, it's not real life. Anyway, so I make up an excuse. I tell my mom I'm gonna spend the weekend at my cousin's place, and my mom was like, okay, no problem. Actually, you do, because my cousin is sort of like, she's like a good girl, like there's no way my parents will ever think past going to visit her if anything can go wrong. They're like, as long as you're going to Nani, you're good, like fine, no problem, I go meet him. He still picked me up, but they had a behavior of literally picking me up around home. Like, he never wanted me to even walk and all those kind of things. He was like, anything from my baby girl. So he came, picked me up. I remember he had bought the flowers, just not the flowers were so consistent. Like, anytime we would meet, he would buy me flowers, chocolates. But this time he had like another bag, whatever, let me not even explain deeper, but it was like a shopping bag. And he was like, check what is in there. And I was like, as usual, daddy. So I check, I see the normal flowers, chocolate. At that point I'm chewing him, I'm like, you're the best. Then I check the what is it called, the shopping bag. And guys, guess what? He had bought me a dinner dress. Yeah. Bella's been loved seriously before. I don't know what happens. I don't know what happens. We went for dinner. We had a good night. Like, okay, first of all, this guy was not as sexual as you'll find normal guys are. Like, literally, we would literally have sex like after 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Like, sex was not such a big thing for him. And that is something that he told me, because I asked him at some point. I was like, are you cheating on me? What's happening? Why do you sometimes we hang out and you don't even engage in anything? You're just like, hugging me, nini, chewing me, like French kiss. Then he used to tell me, like, I'm not a sex person. Literally, like, his mind is not tuned at women. And that's true, by the way. His mind has never been tuned to women. Like, him is about work, playing golf, going to the gym, taking care of his health, and Bella, and his 2 sons. You know, at this point, we are past the judgment. Judge me. Just judge me. Guys, remember, I had packed because I was going for the weekend. So it was on a Friday. I knew I'm going to stay with him Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I knew he's going to take me out and stuff because he spoiled me like nobody's business. Like, there's no time I ever asked for Mr. Lucas anything and I didn't get it. So Lucas, so we went to his house. Okay, we had a good dinner and everything. We passed by the supermarket, a nearby supermarket, because the mall was closed. We passed by a nearby supermarket. We bought some, some house stuff for him. He was buying for himself. He also bought me, guys, there's no time he would buy things and forget me. So we were there, we were picking up stuff. Then he was like, do you need anything? Pick whatever you need. At that point I'm like, I have everything. He's always sending me money. That was like, let me just take a shower gel just to show him anyway, I'm here, babe. I'm here for it. So he picked just few stuff there, whatever, even toothbrush, as much as I even had more toothbrushes in his house. I picked, and then we drove back to his house. Hey, guys, throughout this situation, I should have realized Mr. Lucas had something going on, literally. Because the way he ambushed me, I've never understood. I've never understood where it came from. I've never understood how he even suspected me. I don't even understand why he doubted me. Because guys, personally, I've never physically cheated in my relationships. But kidogo chatting here and there. Yeah, So we slept. And I remember, actually I slept later than him because I was watching, there's a series I was watching that time. What's the name of this series? I've been watching, actually I watched season 5 this October, Riverdale. So I was watching Riverdale, and him tired and everything. By the way, his lifestyle is so interesting. He goes and sleep. So me, I'm there watching Riverdale. I'm enjoying. Akina Cheryl, Akina Betty Cooper. If you've watched Riverdale, please DM me, we can share stories. So I slept later than him. I think I slept around 2, 3, almost 4 a.m. So I went to sleep. Guys, let me tell you, when I woke up, and I woke up around 10, I found him sitting on the couch. My phone was there. My bag was there. My things, because I had like a Dendry, there's a Dendry bag I usually pack if I'm going somewhere for a few days. So my Dendry bag is there. Everything in my Dendry bag is on the table. Everything, literally guys, everything I had was on the table. It's like he was doing a forensic research on me. So at that point, I'm scared. I'm like, okay, what's happening? But in the back of my mind, I knew he will not get anything in my phone. Guys, do you remember Maxwell's story time? I learned from Maxwell. Never leave evidence in your phone. Please delete chats. Please just delete everything. Leave no room for problems or explanations that don't even have explanations and roots. So at that point, I'm like, well, okay. Nikamwambia, morning, babe. What's up? Ah, Bella. Good morning, babe. What's up? And he's looking at me. He looked at me with a look of disappointment, guys. I even felt guilty. So I asked him, what's up? He told me, sit down. Sit down. We need to talk. When he said we need to talk, I was now there looking at my things, thinking what can make him mad. At that point I've already ruled out my phone unless people are already texting me in fact, because me, I delete my chats. I don't give room for evidence. No, never. From Maxwell I learned. So I looked and then I was like, fuck. My diary, I'd carried my diary. But then since then I've never gone any sleepover with my diary, which I rarely go for sleepovers. I have never carried my diary again. My diary stays in my house and it will only be open when I die. No, just leave my diary, literally. So he took my diary. I didn't even, there's nothing that crossed me that he could read my diary. That kind of respect. Because even in his house, by the way, I had gone to every room. I know what is there, but there's no point even in his wardrobe that he had gone to look for his personal documents. I don't do that, by the way. I don't. It's pretty childish if you ask me. Why should you go doing that in people's place or people's things? Like, it's scary. It's actually scary. So Mr. Lucas tells me, what is this you are writing? Guys, he opened pages. Actually, do you know he read my whole diary? Not whole, because personally I write my diary on a daily basis. So I have like books. I don't use like a normal diary. I just buy cute notebooks and I use them as diary. Ikisha, I buy another cute book. Ikisha, I buy another cute book. Ikisha. Actually, here's an example. This is my current diary right now. See it? As you can see, it has writings. It has writings all the way from here. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, lolo. Guys, it has writings. I don't know if you can see. Hi. What's happening? Oh, good. It has writings. Actually, in the backsha too, these few pages iishe. So he opened my diary. Actually, it's not this diary. I think it is the second last diary from this one. Didn't Mr. Lucas read my diary? Guys, I had even nothing. I'm saying nothing to say. He had read my diary. He had read how I had gone like on a date with another guy. He had read how there's a point we had like an argument. He read that day the way he called him ugly. He read how even I was saying that I'm using him for money. Guys, that was like, now the verdict has already been given. Can I run away from here? Because he was angry. I remember even at the time I was trying to speak, I was like, shut up. No, that was the first time he had ever raised his voice at me. He was like, shut up. You are a very stupid girl. Why would you treat me like this? Guys, actually, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm angry. Because first of all, who gave you the permission to go through my diary? Do you know how personal a diary is? And he was there insulting me. But then I'm even triggered. He was there insulting me as if let me tell you, a diary is a personal possession. Leave it. Don't even dare take anybody's diary at all in your life. What is that? Now when you take my diary, what? Because my diary is where I lash out when I'm angry. My diary is where I confide myself in. My diary is where I even talk to myself. I talk to my God. So for you to be in my diary thing, by the at that point I was like, you know what? Let me not even defend myself. Let me take my things, I go. Because I just know he'll kick me out. I rather kick myself out. Personally, I can never allow someone to kick me out. It has happened to me before. And I can never. Mimi, wacha niende. Niko na kwetu. But guys, kumbuka nilikuwa nimesema naenda sleepover kwa kazini yangu. I can't even show up home because obviously people will know this girl kitu imemfanyikia. So I called my cousin. I was like, you know what? Things bounced this direction. Can I come? I need a hug. I need wine. My cousin laughed. My cousin laughed. Yani alinicheka hadi mwenyewe nikajihurumia. And she was like, ulifanya nini? Anyway, bukuja tutaongea. I packed. I remember now Mr. Lucas, after it has, if there's a way okay, personally there's a way you can shout at me and I become scared and I keep quiet. So when he saw me keeping quiet and being scared, he was like, you know what, just let it be. He walked back to his bedroom. So I packed my things because I didn't want him to come back and find me from the bedroom. I packed my things because I knew my way out of his apartment, the complex and everything. I packed my things, called an Uber and went to my cousin's place. Guys, I was kind of ashamed, but on the other side I was like ambushed, and it was too much because my diary, I can literally write, I hope this person dies, which I'm allowed. That's what you do in a diary, by the way. A diary, you don't have to be cute for anybody. A diary is where you can be yourself, be a version of yourself that you can't be with people. So I can write, I want this person to die, but generally I don't want them to die. It's just when I'm angry, that's what I want to write. And my feelings are valid. Like, my diary is my safe place. You understand? It's like when someone now goes to get maybe a doctor reports at your doctor, and like, that's not your business. Anyway, so I went to my cousin's place. My cousin laughed at me. Yani, she made fun of me. If you're watching this, Pipi, if you're watching this, you didn't do me well. You didn't. But anyway, it was my fault. My cousin and I talked, we chilled, we even went out because nilitoroka on Saturday asubuhi from Lucas' place, and I couldn't go back home until Sunday afternoon. Actually, Sunday afternoon. So I was like, you know what, people, let's go have fun. We went out, We went, took drinks, we had girls night, like, you know, it was like my cousin was there for me, literally. She was there for me. So I spent the night on Saturday. Sunday morning now we are together. We even went to church. Then after church we ate lunch. Then she dropped me at my parents' place. And I remember I was like, you know what, it's okay. We win some, we lose some. Wacha tu nirudi nikiwa single. Hata sitakuwa natoka home. Wacha nikuwe homebody. Vile wazazi wangu wanapenda niwe homebody. But then my parents have always wanted me to be a homebody. And at some point I feel like, yeah. But sometimes I'm like, life. How will I experience life in this house alone? The irony of all this is that on the following week, on Tuesday, is it Tuesday or Thursday? I think it was on a Thursday, because remember he used to like taking me out on Fridays. So it was on Thursday. I didn't block him. He didn't, like, I didn't engage anything. I didn't delete his number. I didn't do anything. Personally, I just continued with life normally without him. For him, you know, he never, like, puts, he doesn't upload statuses on his WhatsApp. So there was no status to view, and I was like, you know what, yani hata akini block ako allowed. At this point there's nothing I can do. So that Thursday, it was in the morning hours. Yeah, it was in the morning hours, because I remember he sent me lunch money. He called me. I didn't pick up because now I was scared. I was like, now what does this guy want? Like, as tumemalizana, like, our situation is over. Me hata ulinishautia siwezi rudi, siwezi. Anyway, don't worry, make better choices. Maybe this is my story, it's not yours, so make better choices. If you would have felt you should have picked, it's fine. So he progressed and texted me. He just wrote like a short text and he was like, I forgave you, can we keep on seeing each other? I want us to move past this. Guys, let me tell you something. If you haven't watched my story with Maxwell, you will not understand my decision. But for me at that point, I was like, you know what, I cannot give this a chance, because I have ever gotten myself in this position. And what happened is, the moment you get back with a guy who believes you have already cheated on him, he will change how he treats you. He will make you feel like, I've been there. So I was like, you know what, I cannot erase everything, because by the moment I knew he had read my diary yote, because he was spitting points, and I was like, huyu amesha soma diary yangu yote, hakuna tunaweza mwambia. So I was like, you know what, let me just cut this off. I told him, no, I'm not interested, and I blocked him. I blocked him, not because I hated him, it's because I knew if he keeps on persisting to see me, nitaingia box, because guy, I'd already bonded with this guy to some level, and I was like, for my own sanity and safety, let me not engage, because a cheating girlfriend can never be forgiven. Please know that. A cheating girlfriend can never be forgiven. I'm yet to see one. Ebu muniambia, by there is somebody DM me or write in the comment section, a cheating girlfriend who has ever been forgiven. It doesn't work like that with these guys. I believe a cheating boyfriend can be forgiven, but not by me. But a cheating girlfriend can never be forgiven. So I let that ship sail, and I was like, you know what, it's okay. It's okay, I've learned my lessons. I will never carry my diary anywhere. By the up to date, I don't. Even if I'm going for, no, unless I'm going for a trip with people who we are not, like, there's no way they will learn reading my diary. Like, what tumeheshimiana na wao. That's when my diary will leave my house. Otherwise, wacha ikae hapa. I rather write in my phone. You know that the phone that, you know how phones have a notebook app. I rather note down my things there, come back, transfer to my diary, and continue being open with my diary, because my diary is my diary. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the story time. Thank you so much for watching. Ensure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Ensure you like. Ensure you share. We are on road to 1,000 subscribers. We will get there. We will. I promise. Always do your best, and God will do the rest. Bye.